To begin our next project, you will first start in Photoshop. Go into Photoshop through Citrix and then create new. You'll choose the print size, and we're working with a letter size paper. It could be portrait or landscape, it doesn't matter, depends on the letter that you choose. Some things like a capital W, for example, might fit better in a landscape orientation, or say a capital T or H might fit better in a portrait orientation. So your choice there. You can just call it Monogram, and then resolution 300 and create. We'll be using Photoshop for just a little bit of this project. It's going to be finding a letter here and then printing our page, or if you don't have a printer at home, tracing the page, and I'll demo that step as well. Let me just open my tools back open here. So on my new document, I will take my type tool. I'm just going to click in the middle and type in the letter that I'm looking to work with. In this case, I made a capital K, and I'm going to make sure that it's black so I can see it for right now. I'm just going to do my first initial. Whatever letter you want to use is up to you. A lot of students choose to do their own initial, but you could do something like an alphabet style book. Like I had a student do G is for giraffe, and she found a fun font that had a G that kind of arced like a bending neck of a giraffe. So that is your choice, whether you want it to be working representational like that, or you could work abstract with creating a Zentangle or abstract design or patterns inside of your letter. So I've typed my letter, I'm going to highlight it, and then I can go up top to my drop-down menu in the options bar here and find a typeface that I like. Now, I can sit here and scroll over all of these, or what I can do is just double click in here. There we go. So clicking it so it's not extending down. Highlight the name of the font, and then you can use your arrow keys to cycle through the typefaces. Now, don't use anything like this that are wingdings. You want to be using an actual legible font. You want the font to have enough space either within it to draw your design, or if you want to go outside and draw the design surrounding the letter and let the letter be negative space, then possibly a thinner font would work. But most students tend to choose a more bold font. You also don't want to choose a font that's going to be too eroded or stylized already. You want it to lend itself well to having a canvas so you can draw your design in. So as I'm cycling through here, again, avoiding things that are not the letter I'm looking for. And when you find something you like, maybe I like this one, you can then scroll across the T here for the size to make it bigger. And it's not going to be centered, so you can mouse just down outside and you'll see that move tool pop up with my arrow, and I can move it kind of into place here. So then you want to fill the page with your letter. And this is an example of actually where a landscape size paper would have maybe worked better. So if I wanted to switch, I could always go to image canvas size, drag this over, and then I could just flip-flop my width to 11 and my height to 8.5. Now this is not necessary unless you really want to make your letter bigger. So in this case I could. It's going to yell at me about clipping. Just proceed, and there we go. If when I did that, go back to canvas size, the canvas extension color here is already defaulting to white for me. You'll want to check that on yours to make sure it defaults to white. It might default to something else like your foreground or background color or gray or black. So check it there first. If it goes in the wrong color, just undo, go back, redo it here with that color. Go ahead and say cancel. I can also just hit Command T to open up transform, and I could grab the corner and make my letter bigger that way. So that's another option here too. And then enter or return to apply it. Next step is to go to my FX or my blending options. I can click on that, open up my blending options, and here I want to give the letter a white overlay for a color overlay. So I'm going to click on color overlay and make it white. I could have done that when I made the font too, but it's easier to do this all in one kind of window here. And then I'm going to add a stroke to it. I would suggest to add the stroke as black, because this is just like basically a glorified coloring book page for you for designing your letter. And then I would go, if you are going to print your letter, I would go with as thin of a point as you can get. If you go to 1. Okay, so if I'm going to go ahead after this step, I have a printer at home, probably a 1 point pixel stroke would be good. Unless I know for certain that I want the stroke to be included in my design, you might decide that you want to have gaps in this if you're going to be building your letter out of different shapes or something, where the negative space from the outside flows into the letter. So having a smaller stroke will allow you to do that more readily without as much cleanup later when we bring it back into Photoshop. Otherwise, if you do not have a printer at home, you might want to go with something a little bit bolder, like a 6.7 or so that way you can see it. You're going to use your monitor as a light box, in essence, to put your paper on the monitor and very, very, very lightly trace it with your pencil without pushing hard. You could hurt your monitor if you push hard. So it's just a very gentle kind of tracing to get the basics of it. Okay, so here's where we're going to deviate again. Low pixels if you're going to print it, a little higher just to help you see for tracing if you're not going to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do low pixels here for printing it, and then I would go ahead and file print this to my printer at home, and then the next video will cover the steps on sketching. Now, if I was going to have to trace this at this point, another video will show you how to go about tracing it on your screen, and then that will reconvene everyone into sketching and inking.